man. Y'all gotta get your
Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Let me go and send these on now.
Finally, we on.
Finally, we on. We are on. Finally, we are on. We're gonna get into these groups. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, we are here. Come on, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. We got action and some monsters. Everybody needs to see this. Ready dancing, what's going on? Show this to my page.
Y'all coming on. Steve, River, Kathy Williams, Shanice Hall, my little sis.
Hey.
That's y'all.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? To get these numbers up, y'all know what I need y'all to do. Y'all know what I need y'all to do. What's going on, Ebony? How you doing? Appreciate you for tuning in. Betty, what's going on? Marcus Davis, what's going on? Back to Marcus, yes sir. Feeling real great. Y'all know I need y'all to like, share, comment, all the above.
Let's get some more in.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Get these numbers up, son. That's how we doing.
Street Culture Radio, y'all. Yeah. Come on. Okay.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. I think it's time. I think it's time.
Y'all ready to roll?
I think it's time we get on into it. I'm really excited about this one. Real excited about this one, man. What's going on, everybody? It's Ed Cartel checking in with Street Culture Radio. Man, I want to thank everybody for tuning in now. You know, it's an honor, man, to be sitting who I'm at right now. But first and foremost, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, watching. I need y'all to like, comment, share, etc. We need feedback. We need y'all to share. We need to get these numbers up. But before we get started, y'all want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors, man. Big shout out to Back to Marketing, as well as Wolfpack Clothing. And to me, y'all, what I have beside me on my left, man, is Black Excellence at its finest, y'all. Now, it's not only an honor, man, it's a privilege to have today's guest on the show. Not only is she a huge sponsor to us, she's also the founder of the Paradise Island Tea, which y'all see we've been promoting for, a few shows now. Miss Tamra Means, I want y'all to give a warm welcome for Miss Tamra Means, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show, Miss Tamra. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to see everybody's tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Janice, my sister, hello. James Williams, Miss Karen Woolfolk, very big supporter. El Cartel, very nice to meet you. Marcus, everybody that's tuning in, thank you all. And we appreciate your support.
Most definitely. So, we're here to learn a little bit more about you, about your journey, and, about the product that we have in front of us, man, the Paradise Island Tea. So,
right.
I guess, getting started. So how did you actually get started with the tea?
Well, it was one of those things, from younger years, I've always had the mindset to eventually build, to build success.
Right.
The tea per se, I'll get into that a little later, but, I've always wanted to do something outside of the box. Just having the average mindset didn't work, and it never settled for me.
Right.
So I had to figure out a way to actually build.
Right. Definitely understand that. So, as far as like with the drink, so what made you choose the beverage industry as opposed to any other business?
Okay, so tea per se, back in 2000, early 2000s, I graduated from culinary arts school from Sullivan here in Louisville, and I was going to open a deli years later. And I was writing out my deli menu. I wrote out some very unique menu items. And when I finished the food portion of that menu, I remember arriving at the bottom section, the drink section. And I asked myself, how is this section going to stand out? How I wanted to put a flair in it. I didn't want to just add Pepsi, Coke, and plain tea. Number one, I thought that was duh. Number two, that's everybody's drink section. So being a tea lover, I wanted to create unique blends of tea that, create a tea that wasn't on any other menu. So that's where the idea stemmed from. I actually went over to, did a little bit of research over in Nassau, Bahamas, Paradise Island, to be exact.
Nice.
And, just started researching and came back and started concocting. At the time I was working 2 jobs, and I was taking the concoctions to work and, just different places and asking people, for feedback. And I was hearing things like, oh, this is amazing, this is unique. You need to bottle this. I'm waiting for it to come out on the market. It wasn't a beverage company idea at the time, but the more and more I heard that, it planted a seed in the back of my mind, and the idea kind of shifted to just opening a deli to opening the deli and pushing the tea through the deli, and starting to get the tea out that way, bringing some recognition to the tea, and eventually starting a tea company. So that's kind of how that came about. And then I eventually started the company, closed the deli, which was short-lived, and I started the company of Paradise Island Tea in spring of 2013.
Nice. I mean, that happens sometimes. Sometimes, what we think that we need to do, that we need to focus on, it may open up a door with something totally different, though. So, the deli may have been a starting point, but, the whole calling may have been the tea. So,
Right.
Definitely understand you on that, though. But just a, serious question now, with being black and a female entrepreneur, what were some of the advantages and disadvantages on your journey to success?
Well, basically, advantages. Well, I'll start with the disadvantages. Some of them, I've ran into a lot of people that are actually surprised, whether it's starting out at a farmer's market. That's where I started out over the last 5 years, doing farmer's markets. And I guess people would ask me about the company. As I tell them, they were surprised that, I was actually as involved, or the founder of the company. They would say things like, oh, so do you work for this company, or what is your role in this company? And, when I tell them that I'm the CEO, I would see lips drop. Some of them would, as if, they didn't really expect it. And not only that, but, going out to try to get grants and things, I've found the runaround. You get a lot of the runaround. You hear a bunch of people saying, well, there's finances available or funding available for this group of people, whether it's minorities, women, first-time business owners, et cetera. But then I found that actually getting a hold or getting the correct information to apply for those grants, at the end of the day, they said that it's kind of not out there. So, I mean, that's been definitely a big struggle. And some of the advantages, you're kind of forced to go out there. Whenever you have to put in any amount of hard work, then it builds you. It builds you up. So I was forced to get out there. I was forced to get out there and meet people, meet customers, put myself out there, put my company out there, and bring brand recognition the grassroots way. And that in and of itself is a big advantage, because you're building those personal relationships. I was actually at a couple of the retail locations, and just meeting the people and being able to talk to people, and giving them a little bit of background information about the company. I've had people say, well, I've seen this product on the shelf. I come in here all the time and I see it all the time, but I thought it was just another company with another product. But now that I have actually met you and have a little bit of information on the back end of the company, I'll be supporting it. So that's definitely one of the advantages of doing a lot of the grassroots marketing that I have had to do.
Right. So I'm very happy for you. You know that you strive to do it and you keep doing it, no matter people trying to say no. You know, you still keep going. You know what I mean? I think that's real big, cause it's a lot of times where people actually try to start their business. You know, it starts off and then you know they may hit some hardship or some times where they just give up and just give into the business stop. So what motivates you to keep pushing and not give up?
Well, like I tell everybody, you have to, it's very important that you find your why. Some people call it your why. You listen to different motivational speeches, which is a very good idea. You know, if anybody that's pursuing any dreams or any aspiring entrepreneurs, I definitely encourage you to listen to motivational speeches. Number one, it'll give you that motivation from someone that is successful. And what you will find, a lot of times you will be able to relate to whether it's their early stage in their process or their middle stage, but at some point in their story you will be able to relate. But you will also hear a lot of them saying you have to find your why. Some of them call it your yes, but I call it your fire that can't be quenched, because that fire that can't be quenched, that's one thing that I stress. And without that fire that can't be quenched, you won't do it. You'll have a lot of people that will say you can't do it. You always have that negative group of people. So you'll run into those. You will always have those hurdles that you will have to overcome, those struggles, et cetera, et cetera. But when you have that fire that can be quenched in place, and that fire that can be quenched is basically the main motivating tool that will motivate you to keep on going, to keep on the journey. And that's in place strictly to keep you on your journey for the most part. So when you're running into people that are saying, I've had people tell me, had a couple of people tell me twice. One of them was an Uber rider. Oh, do you think, come on now, you don't think you're going to be as big as Lipton now. Come on, let's be real. And then I had a coworker to actually say, what, do you think you're going to get as big as Arizona? So when you're hearing things like that, that fire that can't be quenched is going to shift those thoughts and put you back on your journey. So it's going to dismiss so much of what you're hearing, so much of what you're running into, and it's going to keep you on your journey. And also with that fire that can't be quenched, another thing that it's going to do, when you have those moments as to when you need to back up, everybody has those moments. I don't care if you're at the top of your success, if you're starting, if you're at the midpoint. At some point, you are going to be mentally tired. You're going to be physically tired. You're going to feel like you've put everything into it that you can. So in those moments, it's okay to back up. And when you do back up, now when you have that fire that can be quenched, you're only backing up to regroup your mental process, to regroup your thoughts, and to restructure yourself to get back on the journey. But when you don't have that fire that can be quenched, when you back up, you're backing up for good. You're giving up. So that fire that can be quenched is you're strictly in place to motivate you, to basically keep you on that path to go, on that running path.
Yeah, definitely. And I've heard of that too, though, what you was referring to, the why and then the yes. But the way that you put it with the fire burning that can't be quenched, or the fire that can't be quenched, I like that saying a lot. I actually like that a lot. So that's like me, it keeps me motivated. I keep the fire. I don't let nobody tell me no, I can't, and I just try to keep going. So I think that you're going to be bigger than Lipton. I think you're going to be bigger than Arizona.
You heard it here first, folks.
You know what I mean?
You heard it here on Street Culture Radio, baby.
Definitely. It's like excellence. And
right.
Yes.
Right. Well, I'm gonna even throw another comment in there. I'm a firm believer. I have faith. And for people that when they say things like that, and I've even told people, this company is going to be as big as it's supposed to be. It's going to be as big as it's blessed to be. Wherever God wants to take it, that's where it's going to be. So yeah. Right.
Gotcha. I like that, and I definitely look forward to seeing more. Like I said, you got my blessings, and I know it's going to grow. It's great tea, and that's coming from me personally. So But I know a lot of people, they either be scared to start their business or they don't know how to start their business, or like with the money, with that aspect of it. So when you was getting started, did you have any financial help, and did it take a lot to even get started on the business?
I mean, there are finances that are involved and that were involved and that of course still are involved. But it's one of those things you kind of, what I've always said, you have to get started somewhere, and I've always worked. When I first started the company, I worked 2 jobs to get this started. And on those jobs, I had people asking me, well, what are you doing over the weekend, or what are you doing after work? And my answer 95% of the time was, well, I got to go to another job, or I have to work all weekend, and that's the sacrifice that comes with building. There's sacrifices, anything in life that you want to achieve, there's sacrifices involved, where there's sacrifice of your time, where there's sacrifice of your money, there's just all kind of sacrifices that you have to make. So working 2 jobs, I did have a little bit of finances given from family. I did, from friends, church members, and things like that. But I've always worked out of pocket, work to build. And you just have to try to see where you can, go out and put your product out there. Like going to farmers markets. That's where I started. I was doing 1 farmers market when I first started the company. By, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 months down the road, I was up to 4 farmers markets, doing events, different festivals and events. So that also helped to not only get the brand out there, but it was, finances coming in. So you have to take advantage of those opportunities and seek for new opportunities to, whether it's build your brand or, get those finances. How you doing, Edward? I see you.
Nice. So we're learning about Tamra. We're learning about T. Y'all time you said you like to work hard, but besides working, when you're not working, what do you like to do in your off time? What does Tamra Means like to do in her off time?
I like to be goofy. I'm serious, y'all. My family knows I like to laugh. I like to play. I love to travel. I'm always wanting to, especially go to somewhere tropical for the most part. I want to travel the world eventually, but, just like to relax and sit up and laugh and, bring as much laughter to the table as possible.
That's right. And laughter is the key to living old, I believe.
Yep.
That's what I feel.
Laugh.
So, and I think everybody likes music now besides El Cartel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of music do you like to listen to?
I love old school music. I like my Caribbean music with my Caribbean vibe. It puts me in the mindset of relaxation and traveling and things. But I love old school music. I'm very versatile when it comes to music, but I do love the old school music. The Percy Sledge, just Otis Redding. Just any type of old school music.
That's right. We do got people definitely commenting on that. I just want to read some of them just in case you can't see on this side. People say, do your thing. I love me some T. Just like I love the T. Yeah, Black Girls Rock, Black Excellence. Yeah, definitely hope it's good. Yeah, the mixture to T definitely good. Big shouts out to Ashby. She's commenting a lot too. I know she's on the healthy kick. People definitely support. And then Ebony, she said negativity just pushes you wrong. Mm-hmm. Definitely appreciate it, Ebony. It's an honor just to have you up here, and not like I said, not just because you wanted to sponsor, but it's just to see that a black person and a female just actually doing it. And you got your bottles up, you got your tea. It tastes great. You're trying to get your name out there. It's real good. So like, as far as the tea, where can the people purchase the Island Iced Tea? That's what a lot of people's asking. Where can they buy it? So where can they go buy it for themselves?
Okay, so we have our product is available in a lot of the Kroger across Kentucky and southern Indiana. So they do have a local section. It's in the Kentucky Proud section. So if you go to Kroger, make sure you look in the Kentucky Proud section. So this section is pretty much made up of local businesses. It's normally a kiosk or a designated area. of a given chef. But it's called the Kentucky Proud section. If you don't see it, feel free to ask one of the workers. You can also check our website out, www.paradiseislandtea.com. You can also go to Garden Gate Fruit Market, which is at the end of Breckenridge Lane and Bardstown Road here in Louisville, Kentucky. And Value Market in Mid-City Mall, which is in the Highlands. You can find our products there.
Nice. I'm real familiar with the Kroger section, the Kentucky Proud, as well as the one on the Bardstown Road, the Highland area. So y'all heard it first, people. That's where y'all can get it from. So but as far as like the people and the vendors, like how can they reach you in regards to becoming like a reseller? You said you had a number and an email address.
Yeah. So for wholesale prices, you can feel free to call me at 502-813-1014, or you can email me at Tamra Means, that's Tamra Means, MEANS, at paradiseislandtea.com, and I can send you the wholesale price list. Or you can send me a message on our Facebook page, Paradise Island Facebook page, and just kind of connect with me there. So those are the 3 options you have.
Definitely. So, before we get out of here, is there anything that you want to, tell about yourself or let the people know about Tamra that you ain't get a chance to say?
I would just say stay connected to our journey. I definitely appreciate you all for tuning in. The supporters that we have thus far, we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you. But definitely stay tuned. We have some exciting things coming up this year, and some things in the future planned out. Some more lines of production, that not only tea, but some other things that we'll be doing. But just stay tuned, follow us in this journey. Share our page, get on there, like us if you haven't, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and go grab you a sip of paradise.
Grab you a sip of paradise. Y'all heard it, y'all, from myself, man. Black excellence, man. It's the founder, Tamra Means with the tea, and one of my favorites is the passion, and I definitely love his apple peach. You know what I mean? It's definitely good. You know what I mean? That's my business partner, DeMarcus' favorite too. You know what I mean? So it's real good, man. I like the packaging. I think it's like you took your time with it. It looks good. It just says "Buy me" to me. If I was walking by and I seen it, I'm like, let me give this a try. So you really put some time and effort into it. I can tell, and it's real good. And just to witness it firsthand, I definitely appreciate it. So.
Well, we're gonna throw up one. I got a video queued up. Of the Inspiration Sip Paradise that we're gonna show up on one time.
Yeah.
So the people can see, and they can look forward to more posts like that, more videos and information about the tea, and just inspiration on what you do and how your light shines and motivates others and all of that type of stuff too. So we're gonna go into that. Sorry, you on your live, right?
Right.
Yeah, your people ain't gonna be able to see it. It'll go to its live right here, so it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, your people can hear. They can definitely hear it. And I appreciate everybody still tuning in. Y'all, Street Culture Radio, Air Cartel, Miss Tamra Means, and Paradise Island Tea. We heard y'all. It's Black excellence at its finest. I mean that. Black excellence at its finest. Definitely appreciate it. So if y'all can like, comment, share for the people that are liking and tuning in, we definitely appreciate it. Y'all keep us motivated. I definitely appreciate it. If y'all can share it to the group, share it on your timeline, let people know. We gotta get this out. This is Black excellence, y'all. Y'all looking at it. Definitely. This is Black excellence, all wrapped up in one bottle. Serious business. Definitely, man.
Ain't that so?
You got it?
Nah, I ain't got it. Well, that's all right. We'll post it. We're gonna post it.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, and then when y'all post that on my page,
they'll be able to see the video, and see everything. Anyway, well, we want to thank you for coming out.
Yeah, it's always
Miss
nice.
Tamra.
definitely nice to be here on the platform and nice to be out
and we definitely appreciate all the support that you give us and the sponsorship and the camaraderie of black businesses working together. I kind of get excited about it myself, but we just got to keep it and push it forward, and let's grow the group, let's grow the support, and maybe one day it might be bigger than what we think and what we know, what our dreams are.
Right.
I guess.
Keep on pushing.
And to me that's the part of black excellence, honestly. When black people come together, like with you with the sponsorship with us, and then us, whenever you come on the show and on the platform, it's just us, everybody coming together. Mm-hmm. So it's just a great feeling. Y'all see the vibes. I wish I could feel the vibes that's in here right now. It's just, I know our ancestors are smiling right now. Definitely, man. So Miss Tamra, I definitely appreciate you coming on. Like I said, it is an honor to have you on. It's been a great experience. I think you're a great person, inside and out. And I just wish you the best, on your adventures, with your business, with the tea. I wish all the greatness to come to you. And you got my back, you got my blessings, my support, anything you ever need, organized business, we're here for you. DeMarcus King, I know you've asked for the same thing. And I myself, I'm here for you and the team over at Street Culture Radio. So again, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Well, yeah, one thing I like about street culture is that, as I've said before, I've told to several people, you are very involved in the community, and you're doing good things and trying to do things in the community and build up in different areas of the community. So that's definitely a plus that you all have, and y'all are good people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, y'all heard it first, and y'all seen it first here. Organized Business, Street Culture Radio, Tamra Means with the T, the Paradise Island T, El Cartel. Thank y'all so much, man, for rocking with us, man. I love y'all, man.
Night, Janice. Means white. Love you.